I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order of this emergency meeting of the Mason County Commission for Wednesday, January 5th. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Trask.
Here.
Commissioner Schutte.
Here.
Commissioner Netherland.
I am here, and we have a quorum. The next up is an action to consider a resolution declaring a countywide state of emergency, authorizing the use of county resources to assist the community, activate emergency resources, including CERT programs, CERT groups, and approval for the county administrator to sign any necessary agreements in response to the emergency. Are we going to have Diane brief this to the commission, or are you going to handle that, Mark?
I can handle it. I'm going to go ahead and recite the declaration of emergency, if that's okay with you.
Yes, please.
So before the Board of County Commissioners of Mason County, Washington, in the matter of declaring a disaster, whereas the Mason County Department of Emergency Management has reported to the Chair, Board of Mason County Commissioners, beginning December 26, 2021, the effects of a snowstorm and record low temperatures have caused a disaster by creating and/or threatening extensive damage in parts of Mason County. And whereas extensive damage has occurred or is still occurring to county infrastructure, including roads and bridges, private roads, homes, businesses, and farmlands. And whereas persons and property are and will be damaged unless further efforts are taken to reduce the threat to life and property. And whereas there is an emergency present which necessitates activation of the Mason County Comprehensive Emergency Plan and utilization of emergency powers granted pursuant to RCW 36.40.180 and RCW 38.52.070 subsection 2. Therefore, be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners, Section 1, that it is hereby declared there is an emergency disaster due to the conditions in Mason County. Therefore, designated departments are authorized to enter into contracts and incur obligations necessary to combat such emergency, to protect the health and safety of persons and property, and provide emergency assistance to victims of such disaster. Section 2, each designated department is authorized to exercise the powers vested under Section 1 of this resolution in light of the demands of an extreme emergency situation without regard to time-consuming procedures and formalities prescribed by law, excepting mandatory constitutional requirements. Section 3, the emergency authority granted under this resolution shall expire 14 days from the date of the adoption of this resolution unless specifically authorized by the board. Approved in emergency meeting on the 5th day of January 2022.
All right, thank you. So commissioners, before we move forward, just a reminder to everybody and to the audience out there, during an emergency meeting, the only thing that may be discussed is that which is on the agenda. With that being said, commissioners, do you have any questions for staff regarding the item on the agenda?
I do not.
I do not.
Okay. Would you like to have a comment, or would somebody be ready to make a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion. I move approval of the resolution to declare a countywide state of emergency, authorize the use of county resources to assist the community, activate emergency resources, including CERT groups, and approval for the county administrator to sign any necessary agreements in response to the emergency.
I'll second.
It has been moved and seconded for the approval of a resolution to declare countywide state of emergency, authorize the use of county resources to assist the community, activate emergency resources, including CERT groups, and approval for the county administrator to sign any necessary agreements in response to the emergency. Now that that has been read, and again, reminding that we can only have discussions regarding what's on the agenda, is there any comments, commissioners?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, just a word of thanks to Chief Sexton for getting in touch with the county today to alert us of some of the issues that they're having up at Cushman. Definitely appreciate the position that he and his responders are in, and really hopeful that we can help out in a meaningful way. But also thanks to everybody from our road crew to the PUDs and all of our first responders for really digging in and trying to dig out and get people back up and running with power countywide, but in particular up the 101 corridor between Hoodsport and the county line. It's been a tough week, and I know people are running on limited limited sleep and resources, and just whatever we can do to lend in on a one county response. Hopefully we can be there to do that for you.
Wonderful. Any other comments? Then all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. The declaration is declared. With that, we're at the end of our agenda, and hearing no objection, we are adjourned. I hear none. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.